Testing, testing, testing. Hello. As you have all heard, um, from me, I have heard from the Doom by Fate server that I was in. This will be a completely unedited video because 2 hours ago, I received a ping from Doom by Fate Discord server, and as I checked it out, I was shocked. An accusation of Zeal, the owner of Pressure, the founder of Pressure. And um, he was accused of rape. I'm sorry, it's just that I don't know how to make these type of videos, but like I'm going to say that because the because of this evidence, because of the evidences I've seen in this document from the person called no longer null, no longer null, Ren. Ren's documents, which showed proof that mm, that the owner of Pressure sexually harassed her, and she is accusing him of, well, harassment, especially with body. Well, I don't know how to form this. I don't know how to say this, but like because of people uh not supporting his decisions, they are not going to play his game anymore. And from what I have read, I think I'm going to do so too. Because, well, look at this. This document contains discussions of sexual assault, coercive sexual contact, emotional abuse, trauma bonding, suicidal ideation, suicide attempt, false accusations, public humiliation, and photographic evidence of physical marks left on Ren's body. This is no longer null. They were a musician on Pressure, and Zeal, the developer of Pressure, assaulted Ren in her hotel room 2 days before RDC. And honestly, again, the evidence, it's too good to be true. I have seen countless people online from Pressure unofficial community, and the server I was in said, we have read the document and saw the evidence. It's too damning to the point that we, as a server, we changed from Pressure-based server to a gaming server, right? And you can see that there's 5 pages of this whole document. General preface, the pattern before RDC, what happened at RDC, after RDC, and postface. Now, I only read what happened at RDC. After that, I didn't check it, but I have seen the DMs, and I have seen the pictures of the bruises that she has. And I do not support someone that actually hits people. I may have done it in the past, but this this is way too far. For me, I did it like playfully. I didn't mean to actually like cause bruises, but like he did it on purpose. And continuing on, here's here's this. If Zeal genuinely cared about the people who play this game, who follow his work, and who have invested something of themselves into what he creates, he would not have done what he did to me. The same person who created something that millions of people love is the person who left marks on Ren's body without Ren's consent, then walked out of her hotel room and made a joke about it. This is not something she can resolve for him, for me, for everyone reading this. But it's something that everyone should know. Now, I do want to say this. Do not harass anyone that was mentioned here in this document. Not Ren, not anyone that was mentioned in here. Yeah, I will put a link in the description. I will put this URL of the document into the link's description, along with the pinned comment. I do not want to show the rest of this document in the video, but like in your private time, you can look at this document, read over it, and see that how Zeal acted was very bad. Ren has been hurt by Zeal, and I have supported Zeal up until now, until today. And if anyone wants to recommend me pressure, I will say no, because I do not support his games anymore. Not after what he did, what Zeal, the owner of Pressure, did. It sounds shocking to, well, my community, the Pressure community, the Roblox community as well. But now is the time to pick sides. Either you support him or you don't. And I choose the side of not supporting him any longer. Sadly, I bought Robux. I have bought the infested coral skin from Pressure's shop because I had spare Robux and thought, you know what, I will take that. But now that I know that he is problematic, a problematic person, I wish that I would have never bought it. Because, well, if you read the document, and see the evidence, yeah, it's just, it's wow. It's Ren is now a traumatized person, and I can tell that from what they said in this document, I side with her because, well, you wouldn't want to you wouldn't want to get um, assaulted by another person that is especially your friend, considered to be your friend. Every time that she looks in the mirror, she looks like an alien, ugly, broken, and used. And, well, I'm. I'm. Shut up. Um, I am disappointed. Severely disappointed. Because after reading up to the third chapter, I already felt like I gave up on Zeal because, well, let's be honest. I've supported pressure at the very start. I made memories. I got badges. But a person is more important than just a simple game. Because once I hear, hey, someone someone died, someone got harassed, someone basically something that the the game heavily is, well, I cannot say this, I'm sorry. I cannot, well, word this right. If you get confused at any part, I'm sorry. You can make a comment about it and ask me which part of this video did you not get you didn't understand. Sorry, but still. I'm trying to be serious, and this is pretty big. As you can see, Ren is diagnosed with borderline personality or disorder that affects emotional regulation, attachment, fear of losing, fear of abandonment, and the intensity with which a person can experience relationships and rejection. In her case, that matters a lot. And you can see that by this here. Her diagnosed BPD helps explain why this looks insane and not normal. Why it was easier to keep her hooked through pain. It does not make the events in this document any less of what it was. It does not erase screenshots, timelines, physical evidence, or what he or others said and did to Ren. And I'm going to cut anything or blur anything that might break YouTube's guidelines. I'm going to read after RDC and postface. But from what I have gathered from others is that the evidence is real. And that the evidence is too real to be proven fake. I will be waiting from a professional to diagnose this. I will be waiting for a professional diagnosis, and I will hear what they have to say. if Ren lied, I will continue to support pressure because, well, I I saw the evidence. Bodily harm is can be faked with makeup, with anything. But the important thing is that I I believe what people say. And if people say, "Hey, this this is not good." Yeah, I'm sorry. If Oh, shut up. Jesus. I'm sorry. Um I'm sorry if what you're about to read breaks your heart because, well, it would it certainly would break my heart because, well, I've supported this game for over 1 year. So yeah, I will begin. Actually, no. I don't know if I want to edit this, but I'll just blur if anything happens. I know that I said that it'll be an unedited video, but you can see it for yourself in case you don't really believe who this random stranger is, right? All right, so let's read. September 11th, 2025, the reconnection. 8 days after her sewer slide attempt. 5 days after RDC ended. Zeal was the one who reached out first. She wants to be clear about that. She did not go back to him. He came to Ren. He said that he missed her, and that was all it took to pull me back in completely. He opens with, "I really wish you hadn't done all that, because I do miss you. You were very soft. You were very soft." 8 days after the assault, he is describing my body, and he misses it. He is not saying he misses me. He is saying he misses Jesus. He's saying how he's saying he misses how I was with him. He is opening the reconnection with a reference to physical intimacy, with no regards to my well-being or a care to ask how I was doing, and I fall apart. This is the evidence. And continuing on, Ren tells him he has every right to be sad, that she has been reflecting, that she will keep working on herself, that she never wants to be like this to him again. She tells him to get some sleep before his update launch, that he went too much fast. Continuing on, here, she tells Zeal that my best friend, someone he knows personally, has been making fun of my suicide attempt online. She shows him a screenshot of her comments mocking her. She was her best friend up until this point. She tells him I cannot believe it. I know it's hypocritical of me saying, given everything. She tells him my attempt was real, that she was not faking it. Continuing on, she talks about how her best friend called her a psychopath and told others that she was a psychopath. Zeal knows her. She trusted her completely. Of everyone in her life, she was the last person she expected to do this. She tells him, I am just struggling mentally. I am not a psychopath. She asks him, do I deserve this? Continuing on, Zeal sends Ren a photo of Bunny with another animal. His response to everything she just told him, you don't deserve this cruelty. She replies, Zeal, you genuinely were the only person who understood me. I can't believe what I did to you and how I betrayed you. She just told him she was mocking her suicide attempt. His response is a bunny photo and a reassurance, and my response to that is to apologize to him for betraying him. She is the one who almost died. She is the one being publicly mocked. And she is apologizing to the man who assaulted her. And continuing on, he's saying about, I think she's coping in a very awful way about losing a close friend. You can read this while you pause the video, because honestly, I'm not a reader, but something serious about this needs to be addressed. And the fact that what he did was never okay. I am not supporting him. And here, she says, I will never fucking betray you or anyone ever again. He responds, I know what you taste like. It's good, by the way. This is 11 days after the assault. He has just told me he is taking a huge gamble on my trustworthiness. And then immediately he references tasting her. Like it's flirtatious small talk. As if what happened in that hotel room was a mutual experience we are both fond of. This is what the cycle looked like. Re-establish moral authority, then immediately use the intimacy the assault created as a resource. And here, you can see that they're talking, right? She says, Zeal, fuck you, man. He says, give it a month. Give people time to process. She tells him, I was not expecting to see what I saw when I went to delete her account to give her space. She says, I am not a person. I'm not a bad person, right? He says, no, just mentally ill. But that doesn't make you bad. I'm mentally ill. And continuing on the forced to fire narrative. And honestly, yeah, for me, I don't exactly have a mental illness. I have autism and ADHD. I was diagnosed with it. Well, autism, but not ADHD. But I have signs of ADHD. And mental illnesses isn't meant to be taken as something like, hey, I'm also on your side. I have a mental illness too. Like, you shouldn't be proud of what you have. continuing on, she needs to explain where the phrase forced you to fire me even comes from, because it is not language I invented. Kat had framed my departure to Zeal as me forcing him to fire her. That was their version of events, and Zeal repeated it to me enough times that I heard it so many times it seeped into how I described myself, even though I always knew I quit. That she quit. That is what this line is. Her absorbing their framing back at him in the middle of an emotional conversation, trying to take ownership of something so he would not be angry with Ren. She quits. She said it then. The document you are reading establishes this. The September 3 section shows Zeal asking how my job hunt is going after you quit. She left because the working relationship had made me had made her feel abused, overworked, and afraid. She left because she did not want to be scared of someone who was supposed to be her friend. Kat told him she forced him to fire Ren. He repeated that to Ren until I started using those words myself, and then, in this conversation, those words were used as evidence against Ren. That is the loop. That is how it works. You reshape someone's understanding of their own story until they start telling it in your own words. And continuing on. Here you can see, yay, how's your work been, the whole update thing. Is everything going okay? Tired, sick right now. And what the heck? Did my kisses get you sick? No, aircon. I got sick for 1 day, but my immune system is crazy, so I barely stay sick. What's aircon? Air conditioning got me sick. So you're not used to it? But in your room, you can change like the temperature. Whenever I got cold, I made it warm. Or did you not notice? I knew, but you were also wearing t-shirts all the time. Like I'm not used to it? Yeah, that too. And here, continuing on, you can see this. You can check this after. Eating too? Yeah, that's good. But yeah, put on a hoodie or jacket when you feel cold. Your event release is tomorrow, right? Yes. Hopefully launch goes smoothly and the bugs aren't annoying. We've been testing a lot. Here, 8 days after she tried to die. She's asking if he is warm enough and whether the bugs in his game are going to be annoying. This is the pattern. This is what it looks like. The cycle continuing until, yeah, conditioning. Continuing, they're talking about how he does not have a jacket, and yeah, body picture here, and this. This is what the reconnection looks like. Not a reckoning, not a confrontation, not a moment where she said, "What you did to me in that hotel room is why I almost died." It looked like at Bunny Pictures at 3 in the morning, asked if he had socks on, and told him his event launch was going to be fine. And she had not yet fully understand what happened to her. She did not yet fully understand it. She was still in the cycle, still caretaking the person who had put me on that sidewalk. It took time, it took therapy. It took months before I could see for what it was. And here, yeah, that evening he sends a meme. The punchline is, I can help with that. And then, I know how you taste already. 10 days after the assault, he uses it like a compliment. like it's something we shared and it's warm between us. She asks if the drama he mentioned is about Roblox. He says yes. I ask what happened. We move on. Oh, yeah. After midnight, he asks me to send him my gooning material. I tell him I do not have any. I am a saint. He says he is just bored and pushes. Try it. Yeah, and she's a erotica fan. This one, that, and then yep, regular Twitter swap. She wants to be clear about what she was actually describing because it matters. She reads, "That is it. I'm a word person. Always have been in the way she engages with everything, anything, including anything intimate or sexual through language." Um, yeah, and here, yep. hmm hmm And yeah, basically the rest of this is just, I think, yeah, just talking, bunny pictures, and the language, their own language. And here, the conditioning continues. What follows is a single conversation that lasts 9 hours. It is the longest exchange between them after the assault. In it, you will see me name what he did. You will see him, you will see me confront him, and then you will see me walk every word of it back. I want to explain why. By this point, Zeal was the only person left. The pressure team had blocked me. My best friend was mocking my suicide attempt. The person who hurt me so bad, the person who hurt me was also the only person still talking to me. When the only person who responds to your pain is the same person who caused it, your brain will do anything to keep that connection alive, including apologizing for your own assault. This is what you're about to watch happen in real time. I say the truth. He goes silent. I panic. I take it back. He comes back. The cycle repeats. Every time I named what happened, I lost him for a few hours. Every time I apologized, he returned. My brain learns the lesson fast. This is not me being weak. This is This is conditioning working exactly as it was designed to. He built this, and in this conversation you can watch it operate. I told him I did not mind, that I would spend anything to see him again. He said, maybe. And here, continuing, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He did not know my name. He did not know my age either. He has used the phrase friends for 5 years more than once. That is a fact. On September 16th, 2025, at 5:58 a.m., I joked that he probably forgotten my real name. He had. He said sorry. 6 minutes later, he told me that he just come to my name, the name I gave him minutes before. Then he asked how old I was. I want to be precise about what that sequence documents. He sexually assaulted me on September 3rd, 2025. Before that, he spent months emotionally manipulating me, cycling warmth and withdrawal, collecting my physical measurements, planning what he would do to my body at RDC. He made me feel seen in ways that made me trust him. He used that trust in a hotel room I cannot unsee. And after 13 days, the assault, he did not know my name. He did not know how old I was. This is what 5 years of friendship looked like to him. It has been 7 months since September 3rd, 2025. He is still making his game. His platform has not removed him. He has not apologized to me. He has not reached out. He told people I harassed him at a convention and positioned himself as the one who needed protection. He did not know my name. He never needed to. She was useful to him without it. And reading this right now, it's basically just conditioning at its peak, right? Continuing on, what she was trying to say. She sent what she had been carrying since she woke up. She named it directly. All I am to you is just a body to fuck. She said it plainly, without hedging. She connected what had happened to in RDC to a pattern she recognized in herself. Being used, allowing it, telling herself it was something else. She said she had woken up from a nightmare about it. And here, mhm, the apology and the label. You can read this in the documents because honestly, I'm still, well, shocked. This is the confrontation. She is confronting him about what had happened at that night. Hmm. Oh, doomed by fate again. Okay. I want to hurry this up because I'm not my my body doesn't feel well after reading the document chapter 1, 2, 3, and here right now it just feels, well, disgusting. Yikes. Yeah. It, yeah. And oh, yeah. That's just kind of yeah. and here what this was and what it did to her. You can see a long documentation of what Kat did, of the conviction, the results, and here, 22 days after RDC, I had posted personal questions on my private Twitter a while back. Things like whether he thinks about me often, what his size was, they were just sitting there. On that day, Zeal got on Discord and told me he was not comfortable with online flirting and dating anymore. He set his boundaries. Then he went to his private Twitter and started answering those exact questions. I told him to stop and to not answer. You just set boundaries, why are you telling me this? He answered them anyways. Um, yeah, Doom by Fate pinged again. Ow. God. I feel sick. Um, October 11th, 2025. The last conversation. Ren had stood up for herself. 4 days after the shitpost gift, I had been sitting with everything, every deflection, every time I tried to talk about what he did, and he turned it into something that she was doing wrong. This is the last conversation she had ever had with him. She finally said what she had been trying to say. She confronted him about the assault, the double standards, the way he dismissed her pain as mood swings, and treated her honesty as betrayal. He did not hear her. He compared it to old arguments, make it smaller. He told me to go to sleep. He framed the server like they exiled her from, like she was upset about not being invited to play with the cool kids. When what I was desperately trying to tell him that he sexually assaulted her and that she needed to be there to be a real human in there somewhere. There was not. She blocked him that night. She never unblocked. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Basically, she blocked him after all the time he had conditioned her. Um, yeah. And this is the post phase. I I cannot read this anymore. And this is the end of the document. I I don't know what to say about this. But what I do know is that I won't be supporting pressure and the dev teams. Or no, I won't be supporting Zeal, but if the game was owned by different people, it would be fine. But for now, I cannot trust Zeal anymore. Not after what he did to Ren. And yeah, this is just painful to look at, but after what I've heard from other people, what I've seen, well, this is the end. Yeah. So I made this video to not really react, but like state that why I won't support Zeal and play the game, play his game, but yeah, I'm sorry if I stuttered way too long or stuttered to the point you couldn't understand, but I made this video just to show that I'm not supporting Zeal anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry if you're heartbroken, because I am also heartbroken. But right now, it's either that people say this evidence is proven false, or that it actually is true. And yeah, this is the end of the this is the end of the video. Don't leave a like or subscribe. This is not the fun video I do. This is a serious matter that I needed to discuss, whether if I should stay on Zeal's side or abandon the game. Alright. Good day, good evening, and good night. I will see y'all tomorrow, I guess, because it's like, oh no, actually in like 17 hours, I guess. Oh well. Good night.